reducing the pricing of the perfumes from 550 rupees to 350 rupees per 100 ml. And I was like, only 350 rupees for 100 ml, you're getting this perfume. At that price point, I really can't complain. I mean, after trying all the perfumes from Olga, this was the only one that I was like, hey guys, welcome to another video of Scent Saga. This is Deep, and in this video, I wanted to talk about Olga Perfumes. Reason: Olga is running a very aggressive campaign about perfumes where they are selling 4 perfumes in a combo set. They're charging like 1275 rupees for that entire set of 4 perfumes, effectively reducing the pricing of the perfumes from 550 rupees to 350 rupees per 100 ml. And I was like, how come they're selling these perfumes for so cheap? Let me go ahead, try them out and give my verdict regarding the perfumes. All I wanted to do was create my own list of 4, recommend it to you so that in case you are confused with which 4 perfumes to go from Olga, you're starting out, you're trying to get the best for your money that you're going to be spending. So with that, the first perfume that I'm going to recommend from all the perfumes that I have tried from Olga is basically MAGHRIB. MAGHRIB is their take on Terre de Hermes, and this sits right between EDP and EDT. The smell structure is around 75% there when it comes to the OG. But is this something that will replace OG? No. OG is more higher in quality, better projection, feels more refreshing, has got more depth. But then why MAGHRIB? Imagine you only have like 350 rupees per 100 ml that you can spend on a perfume. And at that price point, you want something which smells like the OG Terre de Hermes. You get MAGHRIB. The only caveat is, or the only disclaimer is, you need to love vetiver-based fragrances. Then and only then you can enjoy this perfume. Longevity wise, this is going to be like 3 hours to 3.5 hours on your clothes, and the projection is like 30 minutes when you are applying it, and the projection is also soft. So is the performance great? No. But for the price of 350 that it comes at, you're getting a bottle that is functional, you're getting an atomizer which is functional, and you're getting a perfume which smells like Terre de Hermes, which is like a designer fragrance, is costing like 7,000 rupees. For 350 rupees, you can go for that. And this can actually work as a good daily driver for you during the summer season, because vetiver works really good during the summers. If you're into vetiver, then you can get MAGHRIB and you will not be disappointed with the perfume. Subjected to, you need to understand 350 rupees is what you're paying for with the perfume. By the way, this is also something that I need to tell you. There's other perfumes in the same smell structure DNA, which is like Wildstone Code Terra, coming at a price range of like 550 to 600 rupees for 100 ml. Is this better than Terra? No. Is this lesser than Terra? No. I feel this and Terra is kind of same, like Gangadhari Shaktiman kind of a thing. But the point is, Terra is expensive, like 150 to 200 rupees more than this. And that is the reason I would any day get this one. Then I will go for Terra, because the effective pricing of this one is cheaper. That is the reason this made it to the list. If you don't like vetiver, don't get the perfume. The next recommendation is this one. This is Sovaze. They tried to encapsulate the DNA of Dior Sauvage, kind of did like 60 to 65% justice with the way this smells. But at the same time, this is actually a good perfume individually as a daily driver from Olga Perfumes. If you are into school, college, office, and you want something which is super versatile, will not offend anybody, and at the same time will make you smell nice, in that case, Sovaze by Olga Perfume is actually a very good choice. We did a blind test regarding all the perfumes of Dior Sauvage, like the clones of Dior Sauvage, and this kind of came close to being a very good recommendation under 1000 rupees for Dior Sauvage EDT. Okay, although this is not a 1:1 clone of Dior Sauvage EDT, but it does replicate the perfume smell to 60 to 70%, I would say. But again, imagine the pricing. Only 350 rupees for 100 ml, you're getting this perfume, and at that price point, I really can't complain. Also, the performance on this one is not bad. 45 minutes of projection and 4 to 5 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. Decent. Daily driver wise, I think if you are purchasing perfumes, this should be on your list. Out of the 4 perfumes, this actually should be on your list, and this will not disappoint. The third perfume that I'm going to recommend to you is basically, again, Sovaze Elixir, which is the take on Dior Sauvage Elixir. We did a blind test of Dior Sauvage Elixir as well. Although this did not come close to smelling like the OG, but it also replicates like 60 to 70% of that smell structure. Both Sovaze and Sovaze Elixir are kind of a more refreshing or fresher take on the existing OG smell structure. They kind of have this weird shampoo-like smell, which makes them a lot more fresher than the OG, and somehow it works for the Indian weather. I think Sauvaze Elixir is more wearable than the OG Dior Sauvage Elixir because that is more geared towards the winter season. That works really well for the winters. This, on the other hand, if you live in an area where the temperature is hot but not super hot, you can actually wear this. Even in the evening, you can actually wear this and there will not be any complaints whatsoever, even from your end. Also, the performance on this one is really good. 45 minutes of projection and 4 to 5 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. Judging by the pricing, again, the price to value on this is like crazy. Also, I think Sauvaze Elixir is a really good perfume for somebody looking for a good date night perfume or a special occasion perfume, or you're going out with your friends and hanging out. A perfume that will, get along quite well during that setup. I think Sauvaze Elixir is actually good. This will not disappoint you, and for the price that it comes at, you can just go for it. The fourth perfume on my list is kind of for somebody who's looking for a super sweet perfume. I actually don't like super sweet perfume. So if I was making that 4 perfume list, this will not be on my list. But then again, I understand this is one of the best offerings from Olga so far that I have tried when it comes to the price performance. This is Nashwa, by the way. This is their take on Baccarat Rouge 540 smell structure. If you like sugary sweet perfume, like cotton candy, sugary smelling perfume, syrupy sweet, then and only then go for Nashwa, else you can skip on this one. Like for me, I don't like super sweet perfumes, and that is the reason I would have skipped on this one. But I do understand that there is a other base of people who really like sweet perfumes. For them, Nashwa is a really good option. This projects like 1 hour crazy, good projection. Longevity is 7 to 8 hours when applied on the clothes. Can you imagine a 350 rupees perfume performing so well? This does, but I don't like sweet perfumes. So this kind of induced a lot of headache in me when I was trying it out, and then I was like, no, I'll just gift it to somebody who likes sweet perfumes. But for the sake of this video, I do had to keep it, right? Or else how would I have made a video about Nashwa, right? I had to have the bottle. So after this video, I might give it to somebody. Chandrima also doesn't like sweet perfume, so. But Nashwa is a really good blend, not as well blended as the OG, but for 350 rupees, this is good. When you apply any of these perfumes for the first 5 to 6 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, there will be a little bit of alcoholic blast, which is very, very, very understandable, because when you are paying around 350 rupees for a perfume, you have to understand that you will be compromising on the quality to some extent. Nashwa is not an exception. It also has that kind of a little bit of harshness, but after 10 to 15 minutes, it does get settled, and then it becomes a very syrupy, dense, sweet perfume. Who is it catered towards? If you are somebody who loves sweet perfumes, you can apply it during the dates, during special occasions, but I don't think this is something that you should use as a daily driver. And for summers, I think this is a no-go. Like even if you're into sweet perfumes, this will feel so thick on your skin or cloth, I think it will choke you out. I think winters or colder weathers, and you have to like sweet perfumes. So that's Nashwa. The last recommendation from me is this one: 24/7 all day hustling. There is some injustice done to the perfume's naming, because this is their inspired version of Tobacco Vanille. Okay, Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille is one of my good perfumes. I won't say the favorite perfume out of the list, but somehow out of all the clones of Tobacco Vanille that I have tried, this somehow was something that really caught my attention, and I was really happy with the perfume. Reason: this is not a one-on-one clone, by the way. The nutty element that Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, the OG, has, this kind of misses out on that. And somehow I really didn't like the nutty element, and somehow this didn't have it. There are a few other clones which does not have that nutty element in it, so I preferred them more than the OG or the clones which kind of clones it better. This is not a good clone. This is kind of there, but since the nutty element is missing, I will not call it a great clone of the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille OG. But somehow I like this DNA more than the OG. For 350 rupees, I am getting a smell which is like super expensive. I was kind of happy. I was kind of blown away, to be honest. I mean, after trying all the perfumes from Olga, this was the only one that I was like, pfft. But why did I say injustice done to the perfume? Because if they would have named it with something related to tobacco or Tobacco Vanille or something, that would have made more sense. When I first got the perfume, like 24/7 all day hustling, I was thinking this is like a fresh perfume, because all day hustling is like you are hustling, you are sweating. So this might be a daily fresh perfume, or maybe a sweet perfume or a fruity perfume. When I got it, I was completely blown away. Like the name did not go well with the perfume, but the blend or the smell goes really with my personal preferences. Okay, the thing is, this is around 60 to 70% clone of the tobacco vanilla DNA. When you will spray it, for the first 4 to 5 minutes, there will be a strong dry tobacco harshness that you have to get past by. Then after like 10 minutes, the perfume starts settling and then it turns into something that I really love. I made a video about House of Kanzan's hazy reflection. At that point in time, I was in Gangtok and the weather was like 4 to 5 degrees centigrade, super chilled, super cold. At that environment, this kind of shined like really. I mean, I got amazed by it, but at the same point in time, Chandrima kind of was pissed off with me because she does not like that tobacco-like feeling in a perfume. And since I was wearing it, I was constantly getting thrashing from her like, I don't like tobacco on you, get something else. So if you have a partner who is not into tobacco-based fragrances, in case you are not into tobacco-based fragrances, then in that case, you can skip on this one. But if you want something dark, masculine, something that you would want to enjoy wearing, you get this one and you will thank me later, trust me. But strictly for the winters and colder seasons. If you're applying it in the summers, I don't know what is going to happen to you. It will choke you out. So these were like the 5 perfume recommendations that I gave to you. Out of these, if you are not into sweet perfumes, you can skip Nashwa. If you don't like harsh tobacco-like smell, you can skip the 24/7 all-day hustling. But apart from that, I believe like these were the only 5 recommendations that I can make from Olga out of all the perfumes that I have tested. In case you have any specific requests that I have to review some like specific perfume from Olga's lineup, do let me know. I will try to make a review on that. But if I were to go ahead and purchase 4 perfumes from Olga, I would have made the list according to the 5 perfumes that I shared today. This is my personal list, which might vary from person to person. But if I had to buy, I would have bought these. So with that, I will end this video, but I will have a small request that I would like to do. In case you watch this video and at the end of the day, you decide to make a purchase and you go ahead and make it, please come back to the video and share your experience with the perfume. If you liked it, say a thank you. If you hated it, just bash me. I will have to accept it anyway. I just want to know your feedback as to if these perfumes resonated with you or they were a complete failure. Like my recommendation was a failure, okay? So with that, I will just end this video and then get back to you on the next one very soon. Bye-bye.